Sometimes there's a product to kill weeds that's a really good product, but I just find that in one particular situation, it's just excellent. And I'm trying to think of an example. One example besides the one I'm going to show you in the video, like Dismiss NXT. If you ever use Dismiss NXT on Kalinga, now you may need to be a little careful. If it's hot weather, you may get a little turf burn or whatever. But I mean, it is just unbelievable the results that you get, how fast it works, and how it just, I don't know if it's dead, but it turns it so crunchy brown, it's hard for me to imagine that it's gonna survive it. So that's one example. But today I've got another example of a product that I use a lot, but we're gonna test on one particular weed that you may find in your lawns, particularly probably a warm season lawn. This product is for warm season grasses. If you're a cool season person, just, you know, learn from your educational benefit here of what we're doing. But the product we're going to be using today is Celsius. I'm going to show you the weed that we're going to be spraying, and then we're going to spray it. I've got a large patch of a particular weed. We're going to spray most of it, but I want to leave a section of it not sprayed, because I want to, by doing that, I think we'll be able to see clearly how well it worked compared to the part that was not sprayed. Today's video is sponsored by Yardbook. I've been using Yardbook since 2015 to run my lawn care business. If you need a software for your lawn care business, go to yardbook.com and sign up for a free account. All right, here's our product. This is Celsius. I use this a lot. It's for warm season grasses, Bermuda, zoysia, centipede, St. Augustine. One of the advantages of Celsius is I don't believe there's any temperature restrictions on there. Now, I've read in some places they'll say, like, if it's over 90 degrees, I don't think I've seen this on the label, but over 90 degrees, you may cause some discoloration to like St. Augustine grass or something like that. But it's one of the reasons that this is a go-to product, especially when it's warm weather, but you can also use it with cool weather, like for poa annua and stuff. I mean, there's other options out there, but for warm weather, this is kind of a go-to for broadleaf weed control, but it has some effectiveness even on Kalinga and on some grassy weeds, as we're going to see today. Now, I've got this mixed up in one of these little 2-gallon pump sprayers. These things are great. I can leave a link in the description below for that. So here's our weed. Now, this is mostly a Bermuda grass lawn we're dealing with here. We've got a little bit of zoysia, sorry for the shadow there, zoysia up under these crepe myrtle trees. But then there's this one patch, and let me get a little closer, because from a distance you may say, oh, Jason's got a little patch of centipede or a little patch of St. Augustine, but actually this is carpet grass. And I can show you how easy it is to identify carpet grass, and I've shown this before. Let me see if I can find one with the seed head, because it's a dead giveaway how to identify once you see the seed head. And it's easier to find the seed head not the day after the grass was cut, but you can see here. All right, you see what it looks like. You've got a Y at the top of the seed head, and then on one side you got a little kicker that comes out just one side, and that's what carpet grass seed head looks like. But carpet grass, I would say, typically a wider leaf blade than centipede grass, typically maybe a little narrow than most St. Augustine varieties. And just in general, it doesn't actually look terrible, but not quite as uniform as centipede or St. Augustine. Now, it just so happens that Celsius is an absolute great product on this, and I say that not having actually used it a whole lot on this particular weed, because it's not a weed I'm going to see a lot. Now, one thing that's important to remember is if you've got especially a centipede or St. Augustine lawn, and you're going to use Celsius for your weed control, make sure that you got a centipede or St. Augustine lawn and you don't have a carpet grass lawn, because you're out there thinking, oh, I'm just spraying. Because I can think of an example of a yard in my mind I used to take care of, and I don't remember if it's centipede, St. Augustine, I forget, but he had a giant section of carpet grass. So if I just went out there and say, oh, I'm just going to kill all those weeds with Celsius, I could have killed a huge section of the yard, because it was essentially carpet grass. It wasn't. Now in this situation, you got like a patch. I don't care if it all dies and let the Bermuda or zoysia fill in. But if you got 10,000 square feet of carpet grass, you may need to just live with your carpet grass or resod the yard. All right, I'm gonna spray the Celsius at what is the high rate. It has a low, mid, and high rate. It comes with a little measuring cap that I don't love particularly, but I've actually got a Celsius little scoop I got one time. I don't know if it comes when you buy those now, but the scoop to me is way easier to measure. Not that the cap's not impossible, I just prefer the scoop. So you got it mixed up, let's spray it, and then we'll come back and we're gonna check on the results. Make sure you're wearing your PPE, rubber gloves, rubber boots, long sleeves when you make the application. Again, I wanna leave some of it untreated And it's a fairly large area. I mean, I'm not saying huge, it's about maybe 6 feet long and I don't know, 3 or 4 feet wide. So let me spray the vast majority of it, believe some of it, so we can at least see the difference. All right, I didn't spray this far side of it. And I spent a lot of time trying to teach people to have a combination of different products that we could use that are pretty versatile, and you can just walk the yard one time and it'll take care of grassy weed, broadleaf weeds, sedges. But every once in a while there's just a weed like carpet grass where I just need this one product. I'm not saying it's the only product that would kill it, but if I just need Celsius. I just need to go spray Celsius on it. But I want to check when we do this, like I want to see if it's going to take a week or 2 weeks to take one application, 2 applications. I don't exactly know myself, but I think we're definitely going to get some results. I'm doing this in the summertime, so it should work fairly fast with the warm weather, the actively growing plant and everything. So we'll see what happens. Before we get to checking on the results, I want to mention that I am offering a 1-year coaching program. So many of you know I do weed control and fertilization. I'm in Alabama. So if you're dealing with warm season grasses and you want to get into weed control and fertilization like me, that was a good move for my business when I did that years ago. And sometimes you need a mentor to help you along the way. Now I've offered courses in the past, but now I'm doing a 1-year mentorship program, which includes video courses, but we meet twice a month with different live training. We have people have the opportunity to come ride with me. They have my phone number, or they can text questions. There's a lot of benefits to it. So if you need a mentor to help you get through that first year of weed control and fertilization, or you're thinking about getting into it, but you're nervous because you don't have somebody to teach you what to do, then this may be a program for you. If it sounds like something you're interested in, the first link in the description below is a link where you can book a free 15-minute call with me, and we'll talk and see if it's going to be a fit for you. Let's give this a little bit of time. We'll come back and check on how the carpet grass is doing. All right, we're 1 week in on the application here. Let's see what's going on with the carpet grass. And I should just say, in general, grassy weeds are more difficult to control than broadleaf weeds. And so I don't expect like super fast results. Celsius is not the fastest product out there either. All right, here's what we got so far after a week. To be honest, not a whole lot to write home about. I see a little bit of discoloration, so it's starting to work. But we're gonna definitely have to give this more time, and we may even have to give it a second application, which is fine. The point of this video is not to win a race, it's to show you what works, what doesn't work, and how many applications does it take. But I just wanna know the truth by the end of the video. Does it work? Does it take 1 app, 2 apps, whatever? We wanna find out. We obviously need more time. Let's give it some more time, see if we get some results. If not, we make a second application and see what we make happen. Check back soon. So we're 2 weeks after the initial application. I want to show you what the results look like. To be honest with you, they haven't changed a whole lot in the past week, but from the initial checkup to the 1 week checkup, which I didn't show you, there was a significant action. So let me take a look at what it looks like now, and I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do to try to hopefully finish the job. This is the carpet grass, and you can see some significant yellowing out of the plant here. It's not growing very much. And I did leave a little bit over here that was not sprayed. You can see it's going to seed and obviously much greener. And you can kind of, as I pan over here, you can see the difference in the color. Not treated and treated. So that's, I guess, a good sign. Another good sign is here's some Bermuda grass mixed in here with it. It's plenty green, so that's a good thing. But obviously it did not kill it. It greatly suppressed it. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make a second application. It's been 14 days, okay? So I want to make one more application and see if it can go from severely damaged to dead, because while that would be great if it was in the middle of the lawn, you had a patch of carpet grass, you want to, suppress it, but I would prefer to see if it'll actually kill it. And I'm not mad that it didn't. That's the whole point of the video, is to see what it'll do. So based on my experience right now, what I'm seeing on this video, if you spray it one time, you're gonna get some serious suppression. What I want to see by the end of the video is if I spray it a second time, will it die? So let's move forward with that. I'm gonna go spray it, and then we'll check back. I'm not gonna show me spraying it, just take my word for it. I'm gonna spray it with Celsius one more time, and then we'll see if it dies or if it doesn't die. And that's the answer we want to get before the end of this video. I'll check back soon. All right, it's time to check out the carpet grass. I don't remember which video we were talking about here, but I remember and sprayed it again, and I want to show you the final results. Since that second application, I'm gonna say that it's been about 12 days. We've had plenty of time. I don't think it's gonna get better, worse, whatever. I mean, I think the results are the results. Of course, the grass could change, but I think the results at this point are what they are. The verdict is in, so let me show you what it looks like. I think the results are what they are at this point. The verdict is in, so let me show you what we got. All right, 2 applications of Celsius. Let me stand back. We've had some rain, and this is what you get with 2 applications. That's what we want to see on video. So here's Bermuda grass, fairly green. We're in August. Here is the untreated part of the carpet grass, just in case you think it didn't work at all. And let me know when you think it started to being treated. Okay, so pretty good results, not the ultimate knockout blow. One thing that's good, look, Bermuda grass that's still green inside the carpet grass, and that's really what you're going for. Now in this situation, it was, you know, a little bit shady. There's not a lot of Bermuda over here, so it was mostly just killing it. But good to see in a situation where if it was out in the Bermuda, it would knock out the carpet grass without hurting the Bermuda grass, and then the Bermuda could fill back in. So what do we get? Well, we got a severe beating, but not a death blow for the carpet grass. Now, would you have to spray it again or what? You know, I don't know. Could come back with something else. But what we saw is with 2 applications, you get a pretty significant blow, but maybe not a knockout blow. What could I have done different? You think if I'd have used methylated seed oil, we got better results? Again, my job is to just show you what actually happens. I don't want to make something up. I don't come spray with Roundup when nobody's looking and then say, hey, it worked great. It did work great, it just didn't quite kill it all the way. If you know of a better product to knock out carpet grass in the lawn, I would love to hear it. Also, again, if you want to book a 15-minute call with me to see if the 12-month mentoring program is a fit, go down to the first link in the description below. I'd love to talk to you. There's other resources over at lawncarelife.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.